Civil rights is pure profit. The average nigga in the hood think he Warren Buffett. I had enough of it. Through the first 50 hit me. Police can come and get me, but somebody coming with me. Check 1, 2. If the shit don't stop, in another 50 years there won't be no hip hop.
You heard it here first. Live from Audio Code News, Legacy City. Yeah. Pop.
Come on, man. And I told my coworker, I'm like, yo, look, I take nothing from the Bronx. Nothing.
Yo, what's up? It's your man, Ox the Light. Peace be upon you all. Welcome to the Willy Bobo Show. I got my man, Face Tha Mizfit.
What's good?
Peace. How you doing?
What's good with you, man?
I'm
Chilling,
good,
man.
boy.
What's good?
Thanks for being on the show, man.
No doubt, man. I appreciate you having me, you know what I'm saying?
No doubt. So you know what we're about to do?
Hey, let's do it.
We're about to talk about some skills in this piece.
I feel you.
All right. So yo, again, everybody, thanks for tuning in, man. So yo, listen, I've been checking this album, right?
All right.
Broken Scales. First, I want to talk about the album title.
All right.
Where did you come up with this? What does it mean to us?
So, broke scales is a metaphor. It's like broke scales, the way is open. You know what I'm saying? Because people have been asking me for years. So I put out an album like mad years ago, and then I stopped making music. Not a lot of people know why I stopped making music. But one of my biggest fans, like my sister, my oldest sister, her name was Audrey Britt. She was killed in 2009 by a drunk driver.
In peace,
Yeah, so rest in peace to her. And so after she passed away, it wasn't like the desire died, but it was kind of like, you know, your main driving force kind of leave you, you know what I'm saying?
I understand you.
So then I backed away from the music for a while. I was always writing, and I jumped into spoken word poetry. And then like everybody was like, yo, you need to get back on the mic, you need to get back on the mic, you need to do this. I'm like, yo, I'm not feeling it right now. Just wait a minute, let me get back into it. And so spoken word took me for a couple years, and then I just started connecting with cats that I used to rock with back in the day. And then, you know, the wait is over. Like, yo, I'm here now. This is broke scale. So yeah.
I can't relate, man, because my man that I did my album with back in 2010, he was my guy, and he was on a tour. He was up in Vancouver, Washington. I got a call that morning, man, that this guy died on the sofa, though.
Yo,
so I understand where you're coming from, because that took a lot away from me, right?
For sure.
So I just didn't want to do the music anymore. I didn't have my guy there.
Facts.
So I understand where you're coming from.
Yes, sir.
That resurgence, right?
Yeah. One of the things I had was like a lot of people was like, why you have features on your album? You know, it's your album, right? I'm like, dude, look, if I eat, we all eat.
That's the family method.
You know what I'm saying? If I eat, we all eat. Like, we about to have the itis out this joint after we eat so much. So I've never been that one to say this is mine. Especially if I got people that can enhance the project, man, bring them in. You know what I'm saying? If I'm the springboard for other people's careers and launch and go do their thing, I'm happy with that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
It's just like the reason why you coach.
Right.
You know, the reason why it's not for this fame, fortune, or accolade.
Nah.
You know, it's for 20 years down the line. Does this kid you and still call you coach?
Word up, and that's what it's about.
Right. So, yo, when did it all begin? With the hip hop, the love of it, the inception of you putting the pen to the pad, coming up with those lines.
Look, so as a young cat, like I wouldn't even say young. I'm just saying younger than I am now. I always loved music. You know what I'm saying? My sister, my older sister, you know, she was 7 years older than me, so she was always able to buy the CDs that we couldn't get. You know, the parental advisory joint.
Yes.
So she would bring home she brought home like NWA. She brought home like Easy Does It. She brought home all that stuff, and so I would listen to it in a room. But it wasn't until I heard DOS Effects. Man, the first time I heard that song, I was like, yo, what is this? Like, this is like, so their flow pattern, their rhyme schemes and their vernacular, and that stiggity, that iggity. And I was like, yo, so just like probably every cat that heard him, I was like, that was my joint. I was doing iggities and everything for no damn reason. Right. Made no sense, but I'm like, yo, they said it, I'm gonna say it. So that kind of got me into writing, and then just when I think it was like 1993, 94, Enter the 36 Chambers. Enter the 36 Chambers. When that joint out,
man,
I literally was like, huh? Like, it changed everything I knew about hip hop.
Every dynamic.
Everything I knew about hip hop.
Completely.
You got 9 soldiers out there just killing, right? Mm-hmm. And so from there, I literally start writing my own stuff, and I started, you know, but I always kept it to myself because again, I was a baller. I wasn't a rapper. Nobody said Face was a rapper. I was just a baller. So that kind of got me going. And then you move on to stuff like AT Aliens drop. And you know, you got that Outkast, you got that Southern flavor. So for me, those are like
Yeah,
industry influences. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Which are different level. They're like up here. But for me, honestly, I'll tell you, the cats that got me and inspired me most was the Lyrical Assassins. Because they were here, I could touch those cats. You know what I'm saying?
Cats,
they was right here. They was dudes that I went to high school with. Those were dudes I was rocking around here. So those are the guys that was like, yo, okay, I see what y'all doing. I got stuff, but I ain't sharing it because I'm probably whack. I ain't sharing it, but I got stuff. So from there, I did a song. I formed a group while I was in San Antonio called The Third. Shout out to my man Damon. We did a couple songs, and then I went off to Prairie View. Then I joined the Air Force, and then I went to Fayetteville, North Carolina. And I got with a crew called the Misfits, hence the name Face Tha Mizfit.
Okay.
And those cats, like we was just like me and my homeboy JC, we had a townhome, and I would come home from work, and there'd be like mad niggas in my house, and I'm like, okay, what we doing? It's like 11 o'clock at night. I didn't work all day. They're like, yo, we about to record a track. I'm shower, come back down, let's go. We 3, 4 o'clock in the morning.
That's what I'm talking about.
And so just, grinding, getting your skills together. And then from there, I moved on to Japan when I was stationed in Japan. And that's when I got with my man Keys. And we put out the album in Japan. And from there, it was just like, yo.
Let's talk about that. What was your hip hop experience?
Love.
Really?
100% love. 100% love. Like, Asian culture in itself is a beautiful thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just because they're so traditional, they're so honorable. But they respect the craft. You know what I'm saying? They take the time to understand the music. It may be a language barrier, you know what I'm saying? But they take the time to understand it.
When I was in Finland, I experienced what you were talking about.
Yeah. Finland, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
So my joint, Thursday Soul, that joint in Finland.
Yeah.
So my man Yuri, peace, my man, over there, Hannah Marie Hellenius over there, song on the lyrics. Talking about love and hip hop.
Yeah.
I'm talking about, and they embraced it in a way as you described, with this natural interest.
Yeah, it's almost like a childlike interest, you know what I'm saying? The childlike wonder.
Extremely so. Because if you listen to Broke Scales, what you're going to hear is a fundamental album. It's not about, here I am, glitz, glamour, blah, blah, blah. No, this is what I'm going to show you. This is what I'm going to tell you. And more so, this is my experience. This is what I'm listening to. For sure. Also on Broke Scales, what you're going to listen to is a very great quote in hip hop. And it says, the more emotion I put into it, the harder I rock. You will not hear a song on this album that doesn't indemnify putting all of it into it. Okay?
Yeah.
This is where you'll know that this is not only a coach, a baller, but this is a soldier. So you're going to hear the emphasis of life in this album.
For sure.
So let's start on this joint. Been waiting.
Mm-hmm.
So I get through Glow, right?
Shout out to Glow.
I get through that joint, right?
Shout out to Glow.
At first, I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I don't need to hear anything else, right?
Glow put a thing down.
She really did. She really did. But then I got to this joint, and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I want you to give me the history of this song.
I've been waiting for you. It's been so long. I knew just what I would do when I heard your song.
So who gon' stop her on when I drop the bomb? I'm like lightning in a bottle. When it breaks, I shock a car. Ain't nobody. Put it down like this, I'm hit.
So, hands down, this song started. Actually, Kaiser kind of was the architect of this song because I did a previous version because I wanted him to sample Shaka Khan. Because Shaka Khan for me is a queen. Shaka Khan she is that chick. Like I think her song "Ain't Nobody" is probably my favorite song of all time. Right?
Really?
And the first time I heard that song was based on hip hop because I heard it in breaking.
True that.
So
True that.
And that kind of drew me to Shaka Khan. So I've always wanted to do a song sampling that, but I just couldn't find anybody to do it. So then Kaiser, he makes beats and everything. So he shot this beat together, shot it to me, and we recorded like a demo version. And I'm like, all right, cool. I got my lyrics, I got the flow, but it's not there yet. So I was like, you know what? Let's reach out. Let's expand our horizons. So then I got with my man Paul Wilkerson. Shout out to Paul. And I was like, yo, Paul, do you know a singer? And Paul was like, I know singers. I'm like, but do you know a singer? He's like, I got one for you. I'm like, all right, who is it? He's like, Tasha Jackson. I'm like, okay. Like, put me in contact with Tasha. I hit her up. Off rip. I'll do it. I'm like, okay, but next we need a studio. You know a studio? She's like, I know a studio. I'm like, okay. Call Sid. I got to with Sid. Shout out to Legacy. Sidebar, this is the place to be right here. I want to make music, like real talk. The vibe in here is stupid. You can probably hear the vibe. But so then we show up. Paul came here. My man Wiki, shout out to Wiki, came in here, And so Tasha was running a little behind because, you know, she got things to do. So I got in there, I laid down my verses, and then Sid was like, okay, I have Tasha do this. And I'm like, I'm not a singer. I won't even profess to carry a note in a bucket. Not happening. So then Tasha came in this joint and she tore the booth down. Like she went in there and she hit every note. And then Sid was like, okay, but I'm gonna push Tasha some more. I'm like, what? I don't know what you're talking about. And so he's like, watch this. Lala, come in here and do the little undertones. So Lala came in there and she was doing those undertones and she was running through the verses. And I'm in the booth like, well, shit, do I need to be on this song? Like, they killing it so much.
Yeah.
And so those two, they worked together, and then Sid did his magic on them, on the editing.
It's always magic. It's always magic.
And that song just, but see,
always.
One thing that people don't understand about me is that everybody on this planet can like a song, like one of my songs. And I'll be so humble, but it doesn't mean anything until my wife likes it. You know what I'm saying? She is the only person to tell me
I do understand.
a song is good or bad. Like, people will say, that's tight. I look at my wife, she's like, I'm like, I gotta redo it. Because she's the only opinion to me that actually matters.
Well, that's the number one fan.
Facts, 100%.
Yeah.
So that same night, she was over at her parents' house. She drove back through and she sat in the booth, and as she started doing this, I'm like, we gotta win.
That's what's up.
That's it. That's
Don't want no smizzo.
oh, bro.
Same as Lil Wayne, rappers in his veins, but he feels it's all in vain. To refrain from going insane, he clutches his chain, puffs Mary Jane constantly to stop the rain. In the dark, looking for a spark like change to connect with the heat that he spits and spark a flame. He takes aim on anyone who steps in his lane. He won't die hard, similar to John McClane.
I'm gonna be real with you. Don't Want No Smoke is probably one of the songs that I'm like,
Yeah, that's that joint, you know, that you did with Fidel. Yeah.
because it's personal. The song is mad personal. That's the journey of me from a baby hip hop artist to where I am now. I mean, it just runs from, you know, the first line, "A dude sits and dreams of fame." You know, I'm just sitting there like, I want to do this, and it takes you through me rapping and hoping, and people telling me I'm not there yet. Because I had a lot of cats that told me that I was a great feature artist, but I never carried my own album. Growing up in the game, that's what they was always, was my one flaw that they said. But you can write a 16 like crazy, but can you carry a whole song?
It's much like I was told, you know, yo, Ak, you know, you can rhyme, but you can't write songs.
Right. And so that was my major drawback, was people are saying, no, Face can feature, get Face on your track to feature, whatever. And so that song, Don't Want No Smoke, is me saying, hey, if you really want me to do it, I will sit down, I will buckle down, and I will write a whole entire album. I will see that my American dream is me making hip hop music. Because I don't, fame, fortune, money, I mean, that's all good and good, but you see what happens with that. People start to lose their mind.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's the respect. It's more the respect, like people saying, you know what, I listened to your album. To me, that's more than anything. I listened to your album. They took the time out to listen to it. Whether they liked it or not, whether they vibe with it or not, they took time to listen to it. And for me, that's more than anything.
Well, I was here when you was rocking that joint with Grease.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Fuck out of here, you know assassins kill lyrically, and lately I've been feeling the urge to go on a killing spree. Murdering everything industry affiliated, mainstream, underground, and all that mumble crap created, debated on whether to detonate or get the sniper. But let these motherfuckers off themselves and haunt they ghost riders. I like my toast light, I squeeze it if you tempt me. Extended clip longer than the wingspan on Wimby.
Yeah, that was deep slop. Deep ass fucking rhymes, dog, and I love the way it went down, man, because it was like Grease had energy. You had energy.
Grease is that dude.
There was some other suspect stuff going on there that day, but we're not going to talk about it.
Man, yeah, no,
Yeah. So, I went single.
Now you know it's automatic. Seen this bad chick and I got some bad habits. But this bad chick got baggage. A 4-year commitment in an unhappy marriage. And I ain't one to start static, cause it can get tragic if a man acts erratic. So I just stay with the flow. Say check, baby girl, thanks for coming to the show.
Okay.
You dirty dog.
Okay, so
You dirty dog.
I have to explain this all the time. Every time somebody hears that song, I've had so many people since this album dropped, like, yo, Face, what you trying to tell us? Because people who know me, they know me and my wife. It's been my wife since day one. Like, we go back to 1998. We've been rocking since 1998. We got married in 2002, and it's been her. But what people don't understand is I had somewhat of a life before she came along.
Well, you weren't always a priest.
And plus, I'm very creative. I'm a storyteller. I can tell a story. So Single is about a young lady in a bad relationship, and she's looking for an out. But at the same time, she respects the fact that she's got kids. She's got, it's the catch-22 for her. She's like, yo, I want to be single because I can't stand this. But at the same time, I have values. I got kids. I got, and she's just sitting there. And so the storyline behind that is, and it was kind of like based on a situation that had happened to one of my mans when we were in New Mexico. And it was like, yo, dude, what do I do? I'm like, don't ask me. That's between y'all. I ain't getting into that. But it's more like, there's situations, and I've had people say, I know people that have been in that situation. Like ladies, men, both of them want to be single, but the respect of the sanctity of marriage. It's like, yo, I want to, but I can't. So that's what that song is about. So I had wrote that song, and then I was like, okay, the original way I wrote that was from a guy's perspective, saying you want to be single. Like, I'm peeping you. You want to be single. I can tell. But it wasn't hitting right. It was like, yo, that's kind of arrogant. A guy telling you want to be single. I wanted to come from a female perspective, saying I want to be single. So I was talking to Sid, and then Miss Lala came through. Lala Maria was like,
as always,
I got this.
Like, making everything better.
If y'all don't know, just look at the album cover and look at all the songs that she's on. That's how talented she is. Like, she is amazing.
I'm gonna tell you this, man. Little Big Girls for me and Cedric, you know what I'm saying, was a big one.
Mm-hmm.
But all she did was add a couple of lines in there, and it changed the whole dynamic, right?
Straight.
The whole dynamic. And La, we love you.
Shout
Thank
out
you for what you do for the team and the family, man. Behind the mic and behind the board.
For sure.
Catch and wreck right now.
Yeah,
behind
she
the
back
board.
there.
All right.
So that's how
Best sex of my life.
Mm-hmm.
I know you're sick and tired of saying that you're tired of the same things. Lames keep coming with the same games. But little mama, this a new thing, a new swing. Let me sit you down.
Mm-hmm.
You're really gonna like that one. You really are.
So that song came about again. Shout out to my man Keys, Tokyo Keys. He's out in California. Respect. On the first album we did, we had a song called The Sex Song, and that song caught people's attention. And so he's like, you got to take it up a notch. I'll say, okay, we had the sex song, but let's give them the best sex yet. And that song is more of a it's an intimate song between two people because it's mind, body, and soul. That's if you can capture somebody's mind, body, and soul, then you definitely gonna have the right intimate. So that song it starts off with the Sticks. It's a sample from the Sticks. Tonight's the night, we'll make history. And so then I just go into, hey, first we'll talk about physically giving you the best sex of your life.
Right.
Let's attack the body first. Of course, I went out of order, but hey, it is what it is. Let's attack the body. But I'm like, you know what? Let's attack your mind. Because if you can capture somebody's mind, you can capture their soul, you can capture the body. So that's just a song. And then I have my homegirl Tamia Griffey on there, and she just ran through that song.
Yeah, that was dope.
She abused that song.
She really did.
And so that's how that one came about. That's
I wanna fly like an eagle.
I'm so motherfucking blood. Chillin' in my mind state. I'm feeling like this feeling's right. Never let my mind race. My inner vision and visions of visionaries. I'm never missing my mission. Wishing you listen, really.
alright, so that's Ed's favorite song on the whole track. It's also my daughter's favorite song.
It's crazy, son.
It's that song to me is a statement of where I was at a time where it was just like I got tired of the bullshit.
Yo, you know what I like most about it?
What's that?
You waited.
Yeah.
You waited because like when you listen to this, I just give away the whole fucking album.
Oh, that's fine. They go buy it. They're gonna have to listen to it.
Okay. So when you listen to the joint, right, you're like, oh, the nigga's never gonna rhyme.
Oh, yeah. I had to because like I said, my daughter. The way that my daughter said, she said, "Dad, it's a vibe." It's like it's a vibe, and I was trying to create a vibe, but that was just a time where I was done with the bullshit. Like this bullshit at work, bullshit in society, bullshit. Just get high, nigga. Just get above everybody and just
Rise.
you don't fuck with too many people. Just your circles close and everything like that. So that vibe came, and then when Kilo and then that instrumentation, and then Miss Lee when she dropped those 2 verses, yo, like man. It was just it all just worked together. You know, some things, and honestly, it was an accident the way that happened. Like it was an accident.
Well, what are you on some like shit? Talking about it was kind of an accident the way that it happened.
For real, one day I was rapping.
That was back in the
it was literally just an accident because she had came in and she had recorded her verse, and so we went through that, and then the engineer was like, "Yo, I think I deleted her verse, and I can't get it back." And we was like, "Yo," and she was kind of almost like a freestyling type singer, so she was like, "Okay, I'll just do another verse," and so she did the second verse, and then come to find out he found the first verse, and so he just put that back to back because it was just gonna be like her and then me, and then that was it. So he's like, "No, put both her joints on there and just let her ride, and then I'll just get it at the end." So it came out like that. And like I said, it's just a vibe. It's one of those songs you just sit back and just, you know, just chill.
It was hot. Yeah. So, of course, as I was alluding to, man, yo, if you guys are familiar with the barbecue, you know what I'm saying, things like that, when you had an amalgamation of MCs going at it, we don't have that much anymore.
Right.
You know, we need to bring that back. This album, again, it does bring back a lot of validity. It comes down to real MCs.
Appreciate it.
No question, man.
For sure.
I'm not gonna gas you.
Man,
Okay, bro.
right.
So, yo, again, everyone, Broke Scales, my man, Face Tha Mizfit. All right.
Appreciate it.
So, yo, man, how can we find the album? How can people get in contact with you? I need all of your social media.
All right, so right now I'm popping on IG. It's Face Tha Mizfit on IG. YouTube is Face Tha Mizfit. You can find the album on all streaming platforms. Amazon, Spotify, iTunes, Apple, Tidal, Broke Scales. Just search for it. And I promise you, just like I was on Facebook the other day, and my wife did a Facebook Live, and I was like, look, if you don't like, you don't like less than 3 songs on there, it's like you can't find 3 songs that you like, my wife will bake a whole entire meal for you. And people was like, oh, okay.
Oh, man, I don't like none of this shit, man. It's garbage. So for all MCs who come on the Willy Bobo Show before you leave, you know you got to give me 16. So, Face, something you said earlier.
16, oh, here we go.
Face, you said you were a sneakerhead.
I am a sneakerhead. I do like shoes.
So, Face, give me 16 bars about your closet.
16 bars about my closet. Okay, so peep it. So I'm so fresh from my head to my foot game. Them Burberry Timbs, then AFO to wood grain. It's a hood thing to rock them out the box. Get them Jordans, hit the street, homeboy, and knock them out the box. Yo, I'm killing them fast, I'm killing them slow. Everybody knows that Face got the show. When it comes to the kicks, y'all can't step the kid. Because when I do what I did, you gonna do what I did. People mad that every time I come through that I can cop kicks in 50 different shades of blue. Them DCs, Adidas, and Dunks, and if I get a scratch, I got a second pair in my trunk. Ain't nobody stepping to the kid when it comes to the J's. Every day I upgrade, and cats upgrade when it's payday.
Say word. That's what's up.
Yes, sir.
Face, the motherfucking misfit on the Willy Bobo Show. He just gave me 16 bars about the closet and how he gets down with it.
Appreciate
this is what we do right here at Street Legend Studios. Big up to my man, Said. Love you, baby. Legacy. Yo, Lock. Good looking out behind the board, y'all. Stay tuned.
Yes,
the
sir.
Willy. Peace. Make sure you like, subscribe. All right. If you want to be on the show, by all means, hit me up. Facebook, Hakeem Green. You can find me on Instagram at OxDelight and the Willy Bobo Show on TikTok. I love to have all my guests on the show. You don't have to be an MC, but if you are, be prepared to be. Peace.
Shout out.
More than a queen, on a throne so serene, at peace with all things, power in her stride, Wonder Woman inside, always on the hunt, her dreams never disguised.